Hi, Mary.
Hi, Sharon.
As a new member of Mount Zion United Methodist Church, we're just delighted that you and your family have decided to join our church community. We thought we'd just take a moment today to just ask you, how did you find Mount Zion? What drew you to the church? Why did you decide to join? Your overall impressions of the church? And how you're getting involved in our church life here. So let's start with, how did you find Mount Zion?
I found Mount Zion through the food pantry. 3.5 years ago, I would drive by the church on my way home from work, and I would see the sign out every month, food pantry, and I, on a whim, decided to pull up the website for the church, look at the food pantry. I got Carol Hill's name, sent her an email, and asked if she needed any volunteers. And so I've been doing the food pantry for about 3.5 years now.
Okay. Wow. And so you actually got really involved in the food pantry. You're the person that checks all the clients in. So you're almost the face of the food pantry now.
Yes, and it's so rewarding to me. If I miss a month, I feel like I've lost something. I know there's stories, we talk about things. I tried really hard to memorize every single name. I still get caught up sometimes and they have to remind me. But they're like family.
And that's amazing because we serve 150 to 170
Yes.
clients a month.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of people to keep track of.
Yeah.
That's remarkable. Okay. So then you started with the food pantry. Where did you go from there?
So Christmas time, I felt like I needed to go to church at Christmas time. We'd come to the candlelight service, which is so beautiful. But that was it for a couple of years. So the pandemic hit and we weren't able to come to service. And so this year my husband and I came again Christmas Eve and decided to come on New Year's. So we decided to come the next week, and I started to get a little taste of what the Methodist message is. We just kept coming, and the message, the children's service, Pastor Daniel's sermons, they're amazing, and they've really hit home, and that they're what I was looking for, what I needed spiritually. Are the messages he was saying in his sermons. I love the themes, that there's a theme for the month, and things build. It was Pastor Daniel that got us coming back to hear more, but it was the church community that we wanted to belong to, why we joined the church. Every single member I've come across, true Christians, they're living out their faith, they're loving one another. We felt so welcome, and we wanted to be a part of it. We wanted this to be our forever home. So we joined.
So did you go through a new member class or anything like that?
No.
You just talked with...
Yeah, we filled out a card that we wanted to join back in January.
Okay.
And then we had the little dedication welcome ceremony. It was just amazing standing there pledging, vowing to my new church family that I will love all of you and serve all of you. And then the same pledge comes back, and it was amazing. I still have goosebumps remembering it. Even the music, it was just really a really magical event for me.
I remember how happy you were that day.
I was very happy. So happy.
Cool. So are you starting to get involved in, I know you're already involved in the food pantry, but are you getting involved in other activities?
Yeah, I'm joining the Stephen Ministry.
So that's a counseling service where you learn how to support and counsel
Yes.
other Christian family
Other
members
Christian
in
families.
need who are needing help.
Just love them and listen to them and be their support. So I'm
Yeah.
really looking forward to that.
So not only will you be helping others, but you will grow in your faith in doing
grow in
that.
my faith.
I've seen so many people just, the transformation through that process is just amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That I'm excited about that just as much as helping someone else. Just growing in my faith and with the other Stephen ministers too. The monthly meetings and just sharing of the faith. I'm so looking forward to that. And also, the newest one, I'm going to be Sunday school teacher.
Oh, Sunday school teacher.
Sunday school teacher.
Okay.
Grades 1st through 5.
So one of your grandsons recently went to Camp Hope, right?
He did.
Yeah, and he just can't, he can't contain how excited he was to do that.
Contain it. And besides building and all of that, those cool things that they were able to do, and the field trip, they went to Rocky Gap and went canoeing, and they went out to dinner and ice cream and had games and had so much fun. But the thing that really meant the most to him was the spiritual component of it. I think he led a prayer or even a service.
Yeah, there's Wednesday, or there's each evening, I think there's a Vespers or something.
And he led one, and he's normally shy, he's quiet, but he got up there and he did it. That was more you can learn in church and from other adults. It was life-changing for him.
Well, I'm glad you guys are having such a great experience here. Again, we're just delighted that you've joined our community. Clearly, you're getting involved, because I know from my own experience that the more you put into it is the more you get out of it.
The more you get out of it.
Yeah.
And
So.
it's a commitment we owe to this church as members of this church. It's a commitment that we make to each other.
To help each other, to help others.
Help each other, help others. Greeting each other so warmly during service, and the prayers, sharing joys and concerns, and just sharing a life together. I didn't think this kind of church was possible. I really didn't, and I will say it forever. This is a magical place here, and it's the people. It's the families, the people that are in this church that make it so special.
All right. Well, you're part of the magic now.
And I'm so blessed to be part of the magic.
Yeah. If you were to sum up your overall impressions of Mount Zion, what would you say? If you were to tell someone else, someone said, well, why do you go to Mount Zion? And what's so special about that place? I know you've just said a whole lot of it, but in a few words, what would you say?
I would say the commitment to serving others. We live biblically in this church. We follow how Jesus wants us to live, loving one another and taking care of one another.